Welcome back to Fat Butcher Rips. Today I have a boomer bust. It is 2425 Ultimate. If you're ready, let's cross our fingers and let's rip. Okay, one box of 2425 Ultimate. This is all I got. I took a look at this. I think Premiere, I think Ingrained is on its way, and then Stature released recently. I could only really go heavy into maybe one or two, and I chose, well, that's great the way that thing was kind of stuck in there. That fills me with confidence. I can only go heavy with one. I ended up going Stature for sure. Maybe I'll do, I don't think I'm going to do much of Ingrained or Premiere. It's the checklists are so long. This obviously is the Shield Hunt. I think there's bounties. I think GP Sports Cards up in Canada has like 225 Canadian on down to maybe 5,000, from Gretzky to Owen Nolan and along that scale. Super high likelihood that this is going to be, Gavin Brindley and Tyler Toffoli, vet, and Patch or something. It's just the odds are so long on this. So this is our base. I actually really like the base. This is pretty clean looking. Dylan Larkin to 99. It's fine. You're supposed to get 4 cards, and you do. Sometimes you'll get 5. Similar to Stature, it seems to be you're going to get yourself something like an update if you have an extra card there. So Dylan Larkin, pull from the back. Logan Mailloux, 499 jersey. That's pretty standard stuff here. Maybe we'll get a second auto instead of just a bunch of mem. You never know. We'll go ahead and this is probably a a couple bucks. That's the issue with this, right? Is you'll get some stuff that's kind of cool. Honestly, the Dylan Larkin might be the best thing I end up pulling out of here, depending. So let's see. Pierre Dubé, yes? Yeah, Pierre Dubé. Another thing, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up quite right. Let's see. Yeah, right down here, it looks like these were meant to be stamped with a number, and they weren't. So Pierre Dubé, non-numbered, Ultimate Introductions, rookie auto. Not the greatest, right? So, oh no. Is this, oh no, okay. I thought it was going to be an update. So this is going to be horizontal. Crease collection. Who do we want to see? Honestly, I don't know. Goalies. Could be, oh, it's this, oh, that's an interesting one. Chris Osgood. Very Red Wings kind of box. All things considered, a Chris Osgood to 15. 23-24 update. So it is an update. I thought if you pulled an update, you kind of were okay to not only get 4, you would get a bonus. All right, hang on one moment, and I'll have to open up my larger top loaders. And the top loader has arrived, and it's a good looking card. I can't be too mad as this kind of break goes. Did pretty decent. Par for the course, I guess, would be the expectation here. Pierre Dubé as my rookie auto is not ideal. We'll be honest and say that is not the ideal rookie to pull, but Everything else, you know, the Logan Mailloux, so-so. My couple of Red Wings, I can't be upset with. So this is my one box of Ultimate. This is gonna be it for me on Ultimate, but all things considered, I could have done a heck of a lot worse. I've seen some incredibly rough stuff in this getting opened. So we'll enjoy what we have and not feel too hard done by it. So obviously this is super short. I had ripped a bit of Series 2 retail from last year, a flagship. I was getting ready to do a video and decided, you know what, I don't know that I really want to do a whole video on a Series 2 retail, pretty brief little rip. So I'm probably just gonna stitch that on to the end here, so it might seem a little Frankenstein-y, but it is what it is. I'm certain I wrapped things up at the end of that Series 2 vid, but I'm gonna wrap this one up. This is one box of Ultimate. I appreciate you checking it out, and now for those who would like to indulge, a little Series 2 retail. Series 2, one blaster with an oversized Young Gun, and I forget what these were called. I don't know, Megas something. That has the little die cuts. Little unsure about this one because I noticed this had been opened before I got to it. So we'll start with this one because I'm not sure. I took a look. I think the packs are in there. Supposed to have 7 in total, counting. There's one wanting to hide out on me. Counting the die cuts, and it looks like we are full up on packs. 6 retail Series 2 packs. Probably going to get maybe 2 Young Guns out of this, maybe? I don't know. But we'll start with the die cuts. These don't hold a ton of value. Don't tell me that, though, because I continue to try my luck setting these things off to get graded for some reason. And we did get a Liam Mogren red. These are rarer. Logan Mailloux and Zach Dean. I mean, these, for the Series 2 checklist, this is a pretty rough threesome, but to get a red is not all bad. Hopefully I will have put the odds up already. I'll have to revisit those. It's been a minute since I've been looking at odds for Series 2 retail, and I definitely don't remember it off the top of my head. So, what are we going to find in here? What we won't find is high gloss, red, gold outbursts, you know, stuff like that. Deluxes, but that's okay. You will get a Dazzlers, Logan Couture Dazzlers, and a Roman Josi. Very happy Roman Josi. I like that picture. Nice Cale Makar on the Young Guns renewed, and Timo Meier, Bang for Your Puck. So, and a bit of base. I opened a whole bunch of this, opened up then the hobby recently, and it just reminds me, you know, a lot of times when I open a lot of a product, it's tough to get excited opening it again. This one made me miss Series 2 a little bit because I really did enjoy some of the Young Guns reneweds and some of that kind of stuff. So seeing it on the shelf, tough to walk away from it. This is nice. We do get a Young Gun-ish. It's the checklist of Celebrini and Michkov. Like this as checklists go. 2 very solid prospects, so we'll count that as a dub. Hopefully we get a nice proper Young Gun still. If that's the only Young Gun out of this, that would not be ideal. Hey, Frank Nazar, like it. And a Speckle, this is a variation, and they make it easy to tell by putting the Speckle and the base Ulalas back to back. We got Merzlikins and Grubauer, and a bit of base. The Speckles, I'll toss the ratio up. I'm sure they are not valuable in the least. Speaking of variations, I believe, and I think we've got our Connor here, that my guy Frank Nazar here is a variation. I think they call it the gold variation. Slightly rarer, again, like the Speckles, probably not a lot of value. I'm very high on Nazar for this season, so big fan of that one. All right. Let's see. Hopefully one more Young Gun to go. We're halfway through our packs. We've got one proper Young Gun, and oh, it looks like we do have one. I think I saw the first letter of their name peeking out, and it was a P. So that is going to be, yep, Patrick Koch. Not a huge Young Gun. Seamus Casey. This is the one part of Series 2, these welcome aboards. I didn't really miss. When I came back to Series 2 and saw the welcome aboards, I remembered that I just, not a fan. Just not a fan. But that's okay. It's rare that there's a flagship offering that I'm a fan of all of it. And it looks like we're going to get another Young Gun. So 3 Young Guns out of here. Pretty decent. Albert Johansson, not a bad one. I like Johansson. I think he's got an opportunity, and we've got the Skinner on the Ooh La La. So not so bad altogether. 3 Young Guns. Nice Young Gun renewed of Makar. It's still a pack to go. Can't complain one bit on this. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We've got another OPC glossy. This one is Maverick Bork. Capitals on tour, Wilson and Ovi, and this is just the base. If it was something else, they'd have a little something there. A nice little playlist of Austin Matthews. I really did like the playlist. That was one of my preferred inserts for Series 2. So, nice little mix of fun stuff here. Nothing outrageously great, but the Nazar Gold Glossy, I actually like. The Ogren, nice little red short printed card. Don't mind that a bit. And then, you know, frankly, Johansson and the Michkov Celebrini Young Guns checklist, pretty decent. And I like that Kel Makar. So we do have one other retail blaster here, and we'll get an oversized Young Guns. So we still have opportunity. Opportunity awaits. You know what's in there, but we'll let the tension mount a little bit, though I don't know if it's really going to pay off in the end of the day. An upside down Josh Doan in the Coyotes jersey with the Utah Hockey Club logo. Now it is the Mammoth, so all kinds of changes are happening in the land of Utah nowadays. Quinn Hughes on the Green Dazzlers, which is kind of the retail Dazzler. And they look nice. Back to back, I mean, they really have done us a solid here, and we'll go, and anyone who knows Series 2 and my eyesight, it's hard for me to read the player names. McKinnon and Matthews, obviously, but Besser, just the names are really tough with the foiling. But similar to our Ooh La Las, the Electricities were kind enough to go back to back with a Speckle, so you can really catch it. Thomas and Keller, I did like the Electricity inserts. Those were nice. Probably after playlist, probably my second favorite. We should get one Young Gun out of these 3 packs, and it looks like it's here. We'll be mildly childish about it because I don't think it's really necessary to do this, but we'll put it aside. Quentin Byfield on another upside down OPC glossy. The Erik Karlsson and John Gibson, Ooh La La, and some base. Okay, last proper pack here, and we'll go ahead and toss the Young Gun in the back. Work through all of our base. We got Caden Gooley's in this mix. Yep, Luke Glendening, Hampus Lindholm. Hey, perfect timing. Very recently, I decided to crack into another little bit of retail. I don't do a ton of retail typically, so, but I had done another little bit of retail for 2021 Series 2, and I had gotten the proper Young Gun of Kirill Kaprizov, rather. And yeah, nice to get the renewed. I don't think I've got the Kaprizov down here in my opening dungeon at the moment, or I'd put them up side by side, but you'll get the gist. Nice little UD portraits of Cutter Gauthier and another Albert Johansson. I made a point to say, I don't mind Albert Johansson. Well, guess what? Upper Deck heard it and took the challenge and said, if you don't mind it, we're doubling up, if you're so happy with him. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with it. There were some tougher names in Series 2. I could have gotten a Brandon Bussey, Joel Blomqvist, handful of other cats, Daniel Misuel. Oh shit, the checklist is right here. Who else could we have gotten? Oh, I mean, we got Patrick Koch. Could have gotten some Phil Kemp action. Actually, I would have really liked Nolan Allen. I dig Nolan Allen. Matt Steinberg. I mean, there's some tough stuff on this checklist. So getting the checklist, getting a couple of Albert Johanssons, not so bad. Now, I did see the oversized Young Gun. I saw the team, which tells me I know who it is. The team was the Flames, which means we're going to have Samuel Honzek, I'm pretty sure. And we do. Samuel Honzek. These things, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do with that? This has probably been sitting in that blaster box for quite some time. That's tough stuff. Not much you're going to do with that. But honestly, the oversized Young Guns, yeah, if you get Celebrini or Michkov, you're probably happy with that. Those aren't so terrible. But Honzek, even if it came out pristine, I don't think there was much upside on that. So that is just a little bit of a retail rip of Series 2. And yeah, thanks for checking it out. We've got a few things coming. Series 1, most importantly, in a couple of weeks. I think Ultimate's coming out. Few other things are happening. Maybe it's even come out depending on how long it takes me to get this thing put together. But yeah, so a lot of fun stuff coming, and I'm looking forward to digging into the new 25-26 season. So thanks for checking this out. And if you get an opportunity, comment, like, subscribe. As I say every time, I don't really know what it does, but it can't be all bad if everyone else wants you to do it too. So that'll wrap it up for this one, and I will catch you next time.